think it's just about still the morning. I've just chilled out, got some stuff sorted, done a bit of cleaning. I've got my breakfast again, my little porridge, banana and Toblerone combo, and obviously my cup of tea. For now, I'm just kind of chilling out a little bit before I like dry my hair, get myself sorted to get a new set of nails. I'm very excited, very excited. I've got True Blood on the telly. I've started watching it again and I'm almost finished. I never actually finished watching it when it was actually on. So I'm on like season 6, episode 10 now, so I've got one more season after this episode. And I'm kind of sad because I'm really enjoying it. I'm not really sure what the plan is. Well, I've done a little bit of like a drafting on my phone of like what I want on each nail. But we'll have to see what happens because it might not work. For now, just going to enjoy my brekkie, chill out, dry my hair, maybe sort my face out. Because even though I'm not really doing that much today, I feel like yesterday just putting that little bit on just made me feel a bit better. And again, my skin feels so dry. Maybe I need a different like daytime moisturizer because I'm using that L'Oreal water cream. Is it? The one with like the purple pump bottle that you squeeze the top off. It just like it feels great when I first put it on, but now my skin just feels like dry and tight, and maybe I need like a thicker moisturizer. And I've got my Tatcha one, but I don't want to keep using it because that's just expensive. Brekkie, brew, True Blood, dry my hair, get ready, and then it's nail time. Okay, I've just blow dried my hair. Can we just take a second to appreciate how long my hair has got? If you go back and watch, I think I did a video at the start of the year and my hair was like this long. It was like up to my shoulder. When I was in high school, I had extremely long hair to the point where whenever I sat down, I would end up sitting on it and like yank my head back. And then when I was 13, because I was so sick of having long hair, I went to the hairdressers and cut it off, and I've never been able to get it back to that since. Like, I went through a phase of wearing clip-in hair extensions every single day. Like, people talk about 2016 makeup and how we were going out with like full glam beat to go to like college and university and even high school and stuff, but trust, 2012 Steph was a psycho. That I would every day full on scene hair, like massive bouffant with a side fringe, and it was like super voluminous. I had extremely lot, like I'm talking like 26-inch extensions, and my hair was curled every day with a full on beat. Maybe we could go back to that, I don't know. I don't tend to go out that often, so now every time I leave the house, I do end up like making a bit more of an effort. It just makes me feel better, I don't know. Okay, makeup is done. Just did the exact same as yesterday, so a bit of the e.l.f. Woe Glow, my trusty Silky Glow bronzer. I used the Pillow Talk medium blush this time. God, I sound congested. And then the Maybelline Firework mascara. But yeah, let's get some nails sorted. Oh my god, that is an absolute mess. Did you guys think I was going to go to a salon? I got so sick of having to spend an absolute fortune on nails, and no hate to nail techs. They do a brilliant job, and you know, it's nice to have that little pamper where you got your nails done, you just sit there, you chat shit for a while, and then you get really nice nails at the end of it. But because of me being me, still waiting for a diagnosis, the autism in me was very particular, and I would literally leave every single time, go home and end up having to change something slightly about it because like the tips were too thick or a line was slightly off or something like that. So I've basically taught myself how to do my nails at home. So here's the products. I don't mind this mess here. These are like nail filings from yesterday of me taking my other nails off. But I've already prepped the nail tips. I use the Miley Fix and Flash tips. So good because they soak off really easily as well. And then we've got all of the polishes that I'm likely going to be using today. We've got the Fix and Flash adhesive, 5-in-1 clear builder gel, a nude builder gel, the matching gel colour just to make it a little bit more opaque as the base. Then this one I am so excited about. This is one of the spotlight gels that they do in the shade Glinda. Then we have another spotlight gel. This one is in the shade Pink Ladies. I felt like the Glinda one was a bit too light of a pink, so I went with this one as well. And then here we just got a variety of different crystals. My inspo, let me see, I'll try and show you. Like these ones. So like the little snowflakes and the candy stripes and things. We've got like these kinds of ones with the ombre and then doing like the little stars and things. And I just thought it was so cute. Okay, one hand down of nails. Liking it so far. I feel more like me again. Like this, my fingers look short and stubby. Here they look long and elegant. And now I will show you putting them on my non-dominant hand with my dominant one. And you know, we'll just go along like that. So like once I've got my nails on, we will then move on to nail art, but I will do this hand first just to get the base of like what I'm doing, see how it's looking, etc. So first things first, going in with a coat of the glue, like the Fix and Flash gel adhesive. Don't ask me why, I just feel like having a layer of this on first helps with placing the nail tips once this is cured. So I'm just going to cure that to move this to the end of the table. Okay, that's all cured and shiny. Now we take the gel tips, and the way that I've prepped these, like I'll get all my sizes out and I'll size them up to make sure that they fit on both side walls completely. If they're a little bit big, that's better because you can always file it down, and that's exactly what I've done. So I'll just go in with a nail file and file that down. Thin out the edge here. So I'll go over the top with the nail file and just file it out so this is like nice and thin, so it kind of molds to my nail a little bit more. So now we're going to put the nail on, and again taking the adhesive, I'm just going to put this on the inside of the nail. And I would recommend being able to file the inside of the tip, but I don't have a nail file that's the right shape to do that. Once I've got a bit of the glue on there, I'll just go in and wipe off the excess just to get a little bead on there. And then now, before we go ahead and set it, because this is a mistake that I've made before, so just placing it at like a 45-degree angle, just slightly away from the cuticle, and just watch that bead go all the way up. Now, if it doesn't go all the way up to the end, I know I've not put enough on. If there's any seeping out of the sides, I will take the nail off and just go in and kind of fix it, because what you don't want is any of the glue going on your skin. Like you can develop allergies to gel, you can develop like a type of dermatitis. It is not fun. So just putting it at a 45-degree angle near to the cuticle but not right on it, and let's just see how we're looking. There we go, that one's looking good. Just go up to the end of your nail so that the glue is like on the end, and we're just flash curing. There we go, so it's on there now, but it's not like fully cured. So I'm going to take my big lamp and just cure that again and do a full cure on that so it doesn't move. And then before we do any buffing, what I'm going to do is go in with a bit of my acetone and any sort of like flat brush that you have. It doesn't really matter. I'll just go in and dip some of that on there. And then where the cuticle is here, what I want to try and do is sort of melt the nail into my nail bed, if that makes sense. So here, like this part here, we want to try and make that a little bit more seamless without having to file loads, because I don't know about you, but my skin gets really irritated doing that. There we go. So it's all smooth in there now. And then just to help with the gel polishes sticking once we start painting, I'm just going to file or buff like all over the top of the nail just to get rid of that shiny layer. There we go. So that's my thumb. I am not going to film doing the rest of these because this has already taken me 13 minutes to show you. For now, I think I'm going to finish off the rest of this hand and then get something to eat because I am starving. Had to show you my little festive lunch that I've got going on. I'm just feeling so Christmassy. Been craving a sausage? No. Start again, Steph. Bacon and egg sandwich. And then I've got my little Ballycastle mince pie that I got from Aldi yesterday. These, oh, so good. And annoyingly, I've run out of my Bailey's Lindor, but I managed to get the tiramisu ones. And honestly, so good. And to me, tiramisu is definitely like a Christmassy dessert. Like I know whenever I've been to Italy at Christmas with my family, that is what we've eaten. And then obviously can't have a cup of tea without my festive mug. I think I slightly underestimated just how long it was going to take me. However, one hand is done. I'll probably, let's change this angle so you can see a bit better. But here's my nails. Look at that. Now, did it take me 5 hours to do? Yes. The good news is this was my non-dominant hand doing my dominant hand, and I also ended up changing the design on my thumb because I didn't really like it. I did initially like a glitter ombre and then a white French tip, and then I did some gold lines and then put gems on as like baubles. But it really was just clashing with the rest of them. So decided against it. So we've got 2 Santa hats. And then we've got 2 with the snowflake on. And then the one in the middle is just like a really plain sort of glitter French tip. But I'm kind of liking it. I'm liking it. So I'm going to show you how I did them, if that makes sense. I mean, I might struggle with the angle, but we're gonna give it a go. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do little finger first because it's gonna be the same design as the index finger. I'm just gonna do them exactly the same as I did. First thing first, starting with my Builder Gel in the shade Blush, I think I said it was before. If you want like full on in-depth explanations of how to do things, probably best to watch a professional because I am not one of them. So I'm just going to cure that. And second layer, like I said, I am not a professional. I just really enjoy doing my nails. Don't take everything I do as like absolute professional advice because I'm likely doing something wrong. I just thought I'd show you guys how I do a bit of nail art. And then I'll just go around like each side, check in to make sure that it's all even and just add in bits to where the shape is a little bit off. And then that goes back in the lamp. Okay, so base is set, or cured, should I say. And then going in with Pink Ladies. These spotlight gels are actually really thick. So you do get a bit of time to work with them and move them around if you need to, which I normally end up having to with these so that I avoid flooding the sides of my nail and the cuticle with it because that would not be good. There we go. So then this goes into cure. Okay, and also with this one, I went in with a really thin layer of Glinda just over the top of that Pink Ladies one, just so it wasn't as bright a pink. I've just realised that I wasn't recording when my camera decided to turn itself off. So I've already done this one, so I have to show you this one because I ain't wiping this off and doing it again. It takes far too long. But look how cute. So we cure. Okay, so that one's cured, and then we're going to top coat. So just going in with the no wipe top coat. I recommend a no wipe one because it does make life easier. And I just start from the bottom, wiggle the brush down to the cuticle, and then drag all the way up. And I'll try and fan the brush out as much as I can. Semi-cure again. And there we go. We've got our little snowflake nail. So again, going back in with that blush builder gel. And then for the Santa hat, for this one, I just went in with Pink Ladies on the tip. And I just paint, you're almost creating a French tip with the Santa hat with this one. So you want to just cover the top part with the gel polish, and then using the thin brush, which I'm going to wipe off because it's got white all over it. I'm going to go in with the Pink Ladies polish that I've got on the end of this plate here. And then we're going to create the Santa hat. And for this one, I just kind of went down the outside bit. So that's what I'm going to do here. So just starting from the side, I start to work it down and curve it in slightly. And then just using the brush to even out this pink polish. Yeah, that seems okay. I'm just going to bring this in a little bit more. So there we go. So there's the pink part. I'm just going to cure that. There we go. So it looks a bit weird for now, but this is where this nail starts to come together. So I'm going to take my dotting tool, dip it into the white that's on this plate, and then do a dot at the bottom of this part here where I did the end of the hat. Now it just looks like a dot, but using the other side of the dotting tool, like the really thin end, I'm just going to start to drag this in all kinds of little directions, making it look like the fluffy end of Santa's hat, like so. So we're going to cure that. Again with the dotting tool and the white polish, just going to dip into the bigger end and start to do bigger dots all around, just randomly, if you can see, just to get some of it on there. And then as I get closer to the curved part, I'll start to taper it and then just gradually start to build up those dots to thicken out the end of it. That's one little Santa hat, and then we cure, and then we top coat again. Once that's done, cure again. Now onto the middle finger, which I'm dreading because these stars took me forever. So for this, we're going to do like a French tip, and I used the mix of Pink Lady and Glinda that I have on this plate. And to do the French tip, I basically just do a line in the middle, like so. And then I will just go in and join up those lines, basically. So starting from the outer corner and just rounding it off to meet in the middle. And this is a bit of a trial and error process. I'm just mostly bothered about having a smooth curved line. So first layer done, and we cure. And we go in with the second layer, and this bit's really easy because you literally just go over what you've just done, and that's how we're looking. And then we cure. Okay, French tip is cured. Now to get rid of, I don't know whether you can see, but there's like a little bit of a bubble here from where we've had to thicken up that French tip. I'm going to go in with a bit of the builder gel and just fill that in before we move on to doing the star. So that's all cured now. You don't have to do that, I must admit, but I really hate it when the layers are kind of like uneven. I mean, if it's something that's meant to be textured, like a bit like this, I don't mind that as much. But when it's like a French tip, I want it to be as smooth as I can get it before I do the top coat and stuff, because it just gets on my nerves. So now that we've done that, we can move on to the star. And on this hand, you can see I've done one further to the outside, just below where that French tip is. So I'm going to do the same on this hand. And then with the striping brush, thin liner brush, whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to load up a little bit of that white on there and just make that brush as thin as I can. And then going in with the tip, I'm going to try and do this on camera, but I'm not sure how great it's going to go. So I just start in the middle and I'll light pressure, I just drag out. And then for this one, I'll normally do it like away from me, but I want to try and show you what I'm doing. So will that do? So again, just dragging that out, dragging out, light pressure. That will have to do. And then the other side, trying to get it even with that one. So that is what we're working with so far. Now I will cure this as much as it isn't completely even. I will cure it and then I can go back in with this brush and kind of neaten it up. And then I will go back in with the striping brush and just neaten up any areas that need it. I think that is as close to perfect as we're gonna get. Looking sort of similar to the other side. So I'm gonna cure. So now moving on to the second star, and that one's closer to sort of like this bottom corner here. So I'm going in with the dotting tool again with the smaller side, because this is going to be a smaller star, and just dotting that about there. Okay, I'd say that's again as close to perfect as we're going to get. So we'll cure it, and now again we'll just go in and perfect it. There we go. So now we cure. And then last little bit for this design is the dot. So I'm going to try and copy the pattern of this one. So I'm going to go in with the smaller end of the dotting tool and just see where it was. So it's right on the edge. There we go. So dots are now matching, roughly, and then we cure. And then again, time for top coat. Honestly, cannot tell you how much I love doing this step, because these nails take forever. And I could just do like one design or just literally paint them and leave it at that. I could totally do that. However, this is fun. So I've already done the base for this one because you saw me do it on my little finger, but now we're gonna match these two. Again, using the dotting tool, we're going in with the bigger end first to do the first dot in the middle. I'd say that matches pretty well. And then using, oh my God, I keep getting this white all over me. And then using the smaller side, we're gonna do the rest of the dots. And then because this nail's a bit bigger, I'm gonna do two either side of the middle one. This is what we're working with. Now for the hard bit. I'm gonna load up the brush a teeny tiny bit, and then try and show you this. So we're going the same way we did with the stars. I'm just gonna start from the middle, just go in really light pressure all the way through. And then same again on the bottom, like so. And then the sides. And then for other dots, which I should have done earlier, I do that one, that one, that one, and that one, and then another 4 around the edge, like so, like that. So we make like a little pattern, and then back in with the brush, and we just drag through. This pattern, the fun thing is, if you do mess it up slightly, you can just go back in with the dotting tool and just fix up those dots. For some weird reason, doing it with my non-dominant hand has worked out better in my opinion, but it looks cute. So now we cure. And then top coat this one. Okay, top coat done, let's cure. And breathe. I went ahead and finished my thumbnail because this has already taken me absolutely ages, but I'm really happy with them. So you guys are ready for the big reveal? Just look at that. It's so cool. Like, I love how they reflect under the light. It just looks incredible. And it does change the colour slightly. They're just so pretty. Look at the little Santa hat and the snowflakes. There is an incredible mess for me to clean up, but I want to see what Jamie thinks of them. Look at the screen. Can you see it? Isn't it cool?
Very clever, baby. Well done.
Yeah, it's only taken me like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Oh well, have you had dinner?
No.
No?
I just had like a waffle or something.
Oh, I thought you would have heated up the leftover pie.
Nope.
No.
Not you.
Why?
I'm not going to do it for myself.
Oh, babe. So now I'm gonna clean up whilst we have a little chat. I'm just gonna turn this back on. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that is my nails done, and I honestly can't believe how good they've turned out. Definitely my best set so far. But now, while we clean up, I'll just have a little chat, because I feel like I've not really done that this video. Apologies all if this has been very boring. I mean, I hope you've learned something, or you're at least impressed with my nail art skills. But what do you guys think? Would you do your nails at home, like yourself, or do you still prefer to go to a nail tech? These fix and flash tips definitely changed the game for me, and I do want to try some of the other shapes because I've been doing square for so long, and as much as I love it, I think it's very elegant, very classy. I do want to try the almond, but yeah, I really can't fault the Miley stuff. I've been using it for quite a while. I was doing my toes at home anyway, so that is what I would use on my toes. And then as soon as I saw they did the tips, I was like, wow. So you don't need to invest a lot to start off with, but if you want to get into like the nail art side of it and stuff, then you definitely need to spend a little bit more money because of like the brushes and the tools that you need. But to get started, just to try it out and see if you like it, I would highly recommend. And this video is not sponsored in the slightest. Miley have no idea who I am. They probably will never know who I am. But I really love their products. And if you like them as well, let me know what your favourite polished colours are and stuff like that, because I would love to try out some more. I just always struggle, especially with it being like online. I struggle to find a colour, like getting a decent swatch online, so I never really know what to get. But I'm just going to clean up after myself, after this huge mess that I've made, and get ready for a nice chill evening before tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be fun, let me tell you, or at least I'm excited about it, if you didn't guess already, because I'm going to go and see Wicked. And yeah, I'm going to be doing some like fun makeup for it, because I bought some really cool crystals, and I'm thinking like going over the top with it, just being that crazy bitch who goes to watch a movie in the cinema by herself with like a full face of like overdone 2016 glam beat, full beat makeup. But anyway, that's enough rambling for now. So I'm going to finish tidying up, and I will see you tomorrow to get ready to go see Wicked. Bye.